Morning, welcome to a video with a walk with Coffee Neil. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be heading up to Manvers, which is in Rotherham, and a walk around the lakes there. But first of all, I've been recommended this coffee shop, Coffee Street, on the industrial estate. So I'm going to check this out first. Yeah, so let's give this place a go, see what it's like. Very neat and tidy. That's one thing I can say. So I've come into Coffee Street. I've ordered breakfast, eggs and toast, and white Americano, and it's come to £8.75, so we'll give this a go. So the coffee's arrived, so let's give this a go. Just so you know, I can get through about 4 or 5 coffees a day, so yeah. Breakfast has arrived ahead before I go for the walk. This looks very nice. Can't wait to get tucked into this. So I've just been in Coffee Street and I'm very impressed. I had eggs and toast, as you can see in the video, and the coffee, I give the eggs and toast about an 8 out of 10 and the coffee the same. Come to about 8.75, so I'm very pleased, and obviously I chucked a tip in because it is an independent coffee shop. So I've arrived at Manvers Park, but that's shut, so that's a bit of a shame. So now have a walk around Manvers Lake and see what's what. So the breakfast and coffee were really good. I am going to grab another coffee around here if there's anything open to grab one from as well. But the parking's pretty good. It's £4 for all day. Actually, the cafe is open, so I can get a coffee before I walk around the lake. So this is pretty cool. All people canoeing first thing on a Sunday morning. So I've got another coffee, and it cost me £2.30, which is not bad. So it's great that the place is actually open. It's just the other side where it looks closed. So we'll give this a go. So at the moment here, everywhere I try to walk and get some footage seems to turn into the busiest point of this park, even though it's not that busy. So that's the first part I'll show you as I walk round. Obviously it's country park and a lot of them look very similar, but it's very nice to have so many of these places so close by. So as you can see, the canoes have gone over there, and that's a bit more. It's not a bad day, you know. That looks really nice. There's always one muppet what tries to walk a different way to what everybody else is walking, and it's always me. And look at this mud bath down here. I will never learn, will I? So guess who just nearly fell in the water again? This is becoming quite an habit, and one day I will fall in. I will guarantee you that. I don't mean to, but I will fall in. Just hopefully when I do, it's quite shallow, because while I can swim, I'm not the best of swimmers, and I don't think I've been swimming for about 2 years either. You can see across there, they're paddle boarding. I'd love to give that a go. Wouldn't be very good at it because my balance is terrible, but I'd love to give it a go. Good thing is the footpath's pretty accessible and flat, so you can get wheelchairs, prams down here, so that's a good sign. So I have decided to sit down, finish the coffee, and give you a rating of that coffee. So as you can see right behind me, there's a bin where the bench were, and we've got to keep these places clean. So as for my coffee rating, I'll give it about a 6 out of 10. It was frothy coffee, which isn't my favourite, but it was still alright for £2.25. As you know, I love a good footbridge, so we'll see how secure this one feels. This is the view you get from the footbridge from one side. Here's the other, all the little ducks, which is pretty cute. Danger key part, I don't think I'd fancy swimming in that anyway. Then a little cat wandering around. So whilst I have come to Manvers Lake, I'm sort of walking where there's no lake, so no idea where this is going to bring me out. I'm not officially lost, because I feel like I'm still walking in the correct direction, but that could change very, very soon. Another little footbridge. As you know, a lot of country parks have these really cool features. I love them, me personally. Fair to say it's a little bit overgrown there though, don't you think? And another little bench to take a few minutes. Just to add, I didn't actually sit down then. I'm not like needing to sit down at every single bench I pass. I just think it's good these parks have these benches for people to sit down when they need to. So 5-10 minutes later, I'm still walking, still see no lake. However, I've sort of like swung back round to the right, so I'm pretty sure by walking that way I will end up back to the place that I'm hoping for. So what I do like about this place is there's plenty of bins knocking around, so there's no need to litter it, and it keeps the place clean, which we need to do. So that's great that there's so many bins knocking around. Walk the plank. It's probably the strongest plank I've ever seen, but still. So we found a lake. However, we have found a little stream which looks pretty cool. So I reckon I am heading in the right direction. So I was actually right. So I did walk that way back round, and the lake has now appeared behind me, and I'm very happy that I feel like I know where I am. Not completely, but the one thing I've noticed walking round though is there's a lot of car parks around, so it's very accessible to come here. And like I said earlier, it's only like £4 to park all day, so I think that's very good value for money. And even if you do think it's a little bit expensive, what you've got to remember is that £4 goes towards the park and helps maintain the park and helps like update it as well. So I don't mind actually paying the money, because I know the money actually gets spent on helping improve the place. These are pretty good. Seen them a lot in a lot of parks now. Good to have these because we've had some sad tragedies around here, so it's good to have these. Will admit, don't know the purpose of that, but still looks cool. So I know somebody's probably going to call me stupid, and I'm guessing it's got something to do with water, but there's another one here. So if anybody knows what that's for, just let me know. Always love to include ducks as well in my videos. Again, safety warnings scattered all over the park, which is really good. Not a bad place to live there, is it? Because when you switch across there, you just look across, and then wow, you're right there. That's pretty cool, that. Love all these ducks. Just love them. So that's where I've parked my car, right over there. So that's probably going to take about, I'd say about 15 to 20 minutes to get back to, which is pretty good. Because I try and aim to get 10,000 steps minimum per day, and I'm about halfway through today. So just come across this in the park, which is really cool as well. Nice, well looked after, which is really good. So as you can see, I'm getting closer and closer on the way back, but I'm just going to have a look around the edges and see. I can see some cool things I want to check out here too. So I am a fan of bridges, as you know, and this is a perler. Really like this. So this does go over the dual carriageway. So I'm having a little quick walk over it, see what's on the other side. It feels very stable anyway. And then that's the view you get from the bridge. Whilst I know I said it very stable, I'd be incredibly worried if it wasn't. I think I need about 6 more coffees today, honestly. I'm not with it today. Quite like this too. I mean, I am easily impressed, but I do really like that. And here's another brilliant feature of the park. It's a bit isolated up here, but it's definitely worth coming and checking out. It's really good, this. And here we go, another little footbridge. Honestly, I love these little things. So when I do eventually fall in a lake, I hope it's not something what looks like that. So I'm not far back from car now. It's only a steady walk, but it's good to get some fresh air and a good little walk round it. It'll probably only take you half an hour to an hour, so it's nothing too stressful. Look at the rocks. It's like being on Brighton Beach. It's pretty cool though. So that's where they put all the boats and canoes and all that sort of stuff. I thought it'd be a bit busier. It's all gone in now, unfortunately. So as you can see, the park is full of ducks, and obviously it keeps a lot of kids entertained seeing so many ducks. And if you can look closely behind there, you can see a little remote windsurfer, which is very, very cool. It'd be cool to live in one of them houses. Spectacular view. It's not that many steps around here, but there's a few here which are nice and easy, to be honest, not the steep ones I normally film. So my view of Manvers Lake, it's quite a nice place to come. The parking's very affordable, food, drinks very affordable, and it's a nice little walk round, but I wouldn't plan on coming here for an entire day. About an hour you've walked around it, and unless you're chucking in the gonna have something to eat, gonna sit down, have a coffee, maybe a picnic or whatever, then obviously your time will run out pretty quick here. So thanks for watching, see you in the next one.